So I need the door for another project. I think the door's been rusted out. This is a 91, but the removal process, so it should be all the same for all the 240s. We'll start off, you have to be able to get it open. We access the hinges from the inside. So here's the inside of the door. There's two hinges here, and you'll see it's a 12 millimeter bolt that goes in from this outer hinge into the door. There's two on the top, two on the bottom. So you can just remove these four and pull the door out and the harness here, or you can access it from behind and actually pull the hinges along with you, and that's helpful if you've got rusted out hinges for like a northern car or something like that. So first things first, you're going to pull the bottom door slam piece. It just covers up carpet and everything. We'll move that off to the side. Then you have your weather stripping here that goes all around the door frame, and then next you're going to have this plastic covering over the fuse box. You should be able to slide it out. There's these little clips at the top and bottom. Behind this black plastic sheeting here, you'll have to take off this fuse panel, which should be 2 Torx. I think they're Phillips on older models, but behind this should be access to the actual hinges that mount to the body. Oops. Black sheeting should be held in place by adhesive. Just want to, if you're going to reuse it, you want to carefully peel it off. Here they are back here. So it'll be 3, I think they're 12 millimeter bolts that for the door hinges and where they mount to the body. If you go up, there's the top 3 up there. We're gonna wait on pulling that just now because we're gonna strip this door. We don't need the inner panels or the handles or the pulls or even the glass. So I'll go ahead and pull that, and we'll leave it for whoever needs it next here at the junkyard. It is unlikely that this car will be here much longer. This particular yard does crush cars pretty quickly, a quick turnaround time, but we're going to try to preserve some of these parts here and not tear it up too much, just to be courteous of anyone else that needs parts. I'm out here a lot, so I don't like it whenever shit's all torn up. But we'll start off by taking off the door, the mat panels. They're kind of broke up already, but you have these plastic lock nuts. You just rotate it a 1/4 degree clockwise or counterclockwise, unlock it, and there's a Phillips or a Torx right here that would hold the front of it. I think for these late models they're supposed to all be Torx, but this one happens to be Phillips. So now that that's off, just slide these little guys out. Alright, so it should lift up and then pull out. There's a little tab here that hooks into the bottom of the door card. So next up, you'd want to pop off these little covers. Someone's already beat me to it. There should be 2 here, and it should be 2 Torx, and then a third one here just to hold the pull in place. And this is for power windows. Similar for the manual window cars, just a different layout. The manual window cars actually have a cutout here on the door card for the hand crank or window crank. Someone's already snipped out the speakers I put in. Once you have the pull unscrewed, you just spin it again counterclockwise, and the window switches should just slide out the back, and then you should just pull out. They have these little notches here to keep it in place, but yeah, all the interior 240 pulls for at least for the front doors look the same. Okay, so this is what we have left. There's going to be little pop rivets, plastic rivets that hold the door card in. A lot of times they break. If you carefully go in from the back, you can preserve a lot of them. So we're going to try to save that. I like to go underneath and just kind of feel it out. Sometimes a dull flathead will help. This doesn't slide through, we can just take off a couple of them. A couple of the plugs, and I think it should shimmy through like that. And once the card's loose, we can slide it upwards. It's just held in place by these notches on the door, and here you go. And all the 240s should come with a lot of this stuff. This is to prevent moisture from reaching from the outside of the door into soaking the door card and make it all moldy and stuff. So you know, sometimes people use duct tape. You know, if it doesn't come with this, I'll tape it up just to cover up all the inside innards and stuff. Everything should just pull right off of it. And here we have access to the window regulator and the door handle and everything. We do want to pop the window out, so in order to do that we have to drop the regulator. Everything's held in place by 10mm bolts and these little clips. They're kind of weird one-way clips that you can slide the head off, and then the whole thing will slide out. And it should be this plastic bushing on, I think, for both sides of all the slides. You have here, and then there's another arm. It's kind of like an X shape that holds the window up. There should be one of those clips there too, and that might be hard to get to before I drop the regulator. And there you go. That's how you extract the harness without cutting any wires. And it just comes out here, and then we can pull the window out from there. It should be good to go. There are also speaker wires and the lock mechanism, so we'll go ahead and actually this should go this way because it's connected to the motor. Just do that. Okay, here we are. Have the plugs to the body, plugs to the switch, and the motor itself. I actually don't need this, so I'm just going to put it back in the car. Once the regulator is out, you should be able to just slide the window down and then back out off the rail. And then you have your glass. Again, I don't need this, so I'm just gonna stick it here in the back seat. That probably actually takes off about 10 pounds or so off of the door. Now I should be able to access it. I'm not sure if they're gonna charge me for the handles, but handles are easy. Just the two Torx here, and pop it off that spring lever, and the handle should pull out from the back side. It looks like it's in pretty good condition, so I might keep that in place, and I'll just go ahead and unbolt the door. I like to loosen all the bolts first before I take off everything, and that way it doesn't just kind of fall on me. There's actually a backing plate for the top hinge, so you want to make sure you get that too. I'll just attach it to the door so I don't lose it. Okay, well, so that was the removal process for the door. You don't have to do it my way. You can cut the harnesses. You can keep the door, the glass intact and everything, and you can go a little faster. But just pulling the glass and a lot of the other parts, it makes the door lighter and easier to carry if you're just by yourself. Overall, the cost was about $100. That's for the door itself, and they kind of nickel and dimed me for the outside handle, and that's for the environmental charge and also a core. And it's in the back, and it's going to be headed out to Chicago to replace what I'm guessing is a door on a northern 240, which is probably rusted out in that particular area. It's going to live on, so that's that part of the car is going to live on, so that's a good thought. And please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.